There's something to be said for the calm of an early morning, the mist hanging low in the air, the birds chirping their simple joys. But for one 82-year-old woman, that tranquility was about to be shattered. Picture this. She's potted plants in her backyard, sunlight peeking through the trees, the soft sounds of her neighborhood enveloping her. Just a regular day, right? Well, as fate would have it on this particular morning, the only thing regular about it would soon be turned upside down. Enter Sergeant Coates and his rookie partner, a pair of law enforcement agents who had mistaken her peaceful presence for something sinister. Just a few yards away from a school, they questioned her, accused her even of lurking. Like, really, isn't that a bit dramatic for just standing in my own yard, she thought. But instead, she met their assumptions with calm assurance. I have every right to be here, she stated, her voice steady, radiating a mix of dignity and defiance. Coates, with a look of superiority, smirked as if he had just caught a villain in the act, one who couldn't possibly be as formidable as she was. After all, beneath that frail exterior lay the heart of one of the most feared Navy SEALs in history. But then things turned ugly. They escalated quickly, didn't they? The rookie, emboldened by Coates' aggression, added rough handling to the mix as if she were just another miscreant. You don't need to be so rough, she protested, trying to stand her ground as they cuffed her. The sheer absurdity hit her, the irony of it all. Her garden gnome, a whimsical part of her yard, shattered on the ground during the chaos. Talk about disrespect. That little gnome had seen years of memories, laughter, sorrow, and now it was just a casualty in this ridiculous show of force. Once they dragged her into the police station, the atmosphere felt thick with mockery. The officers chuckled, throwing glances her way that oozed disdain. Just another day at the office, you could hear them thinking. But then something shifted. As Rookie Riley began the fingerprinting process, curiosity turned into recognition. He glanced at her ID, squinted. Was this really the legendary figure they had just arrested? The wheels started turning in his mind as he realized he was in the presence of a true American warrior. The calm facade she presented was masking not just her status, it was a profound story waiting to be revealed. What followed was an unexpected bond forming amidst the chaos. Riley's internal conflict brewed as he looked at the mockery of the situation unfolding before him. How could they had let this happen? Once he connected the dots, he couldn't just stand by. Meanwhile, a local reporter named Malik Evans had caught wind of the story. He showed up ready to uncover what the others desperately wanted to hide. Ma'am, he began, a mix of urgency and empathy in his voice. I think you need to tell your story. As the news spread, public support surged like a tidal wave. Protests sprang up, advocates demanding justice for this extraordinary woman who had been reduced to a mere statistic. The community rallied behind her, holding her story close to their hearts, calling for accountability where there had been none. But of course, in small towns, power plays don't come without fallout. Panic spread through the corrupt ranks of the police as they realized their blatant disregard for the truth was unraveling. They stormed her home, hoping to erase the evidence, wreaking havoc once more, this time on a woman who had already bared the brunt of brutal ignorance. Amidst the aftermath of their desperate raid, they stumbled upon her old journal pages filled with memories and reflections. They didn't read it, of course. They were busy trampling through her life like it meant nothing. But it was a stark reveal of their corruption, something Malik and Rookie Riley teamed up to expose. The truth had a way of seeping through, didn't it? Once the community saw the actions of their supposed protectors, it ignited more than just anger. It sparked a cleansing fire of justice. With the ugly truths unveiled, shifts began to occur in the local power structure. Those who had once wielded authority with abandon found themselves dismissed, faced with retirements and the weight of their wrongdoings. Yet amid all this, the community's reaction was mixed. Some celebrated the change, while others clutched to the threads of their biases, an ambiguous tapestry of discomfort and clarity. Yet the struggle wasn't entirely over. Despite all that had been uncovered, the threats didn't stop. Malik faced sabotage, his car slashed and tires punctured, while Riley found herself searching for a new job, her future uncertain. And then there were the anonymous letters sent to our protagonist, a warning it seemed to keep quiet to suppress the truth. The very idea that someone could think they could silence her sent shivers down her spine. Finally, as she sat on her porch one evening, you could see the weight of the world reflected in her eyes. Was this what truth looked like, an endless squirrel cage of battles against prejudice and corruption? As she contemplated, she felt a sense of bittersweet triumph. There was power in the truth, an undeniable light shining through the cracks of injustice, and it lingered, inspiring those around her. It's your turn to speak up, she urged, her voice now a steady beacon. Don't let your story become just another quiet part of history. Now I'm reaching out to you. What about your experiences? Have you witnessed something similar? Have you been underestimated or doubted? Share your thoughts below. Let's stir the pot and see where the conversation goes. And if you want to hear more tales of resilience, bravery, and the fight against inequality, don't forget to subscribe. Because legends, my friends, they never truly fade away.